It's that time of the month to give you my favorite discoveries of this past month of May 2023. You guys know at the end of the year, you're gonna get the top discoveries of the year, plus the top releases. Now this video, most likely most of the fragrances talked about here will not likely be brand new releases, although some might. It is just the best discoveries. The first time I encountered these fragrances and absolutely fell in love with it. That's why they're here. That's why I'm sharing them with you. So stick around, they're up next. Welcome back to another video. MaxForte here. This video is to help you make a lasting and a great impression, and smelling good is a great way to do that. So let's hop into these 5 showstopper of fragrances that I'm about to share with you right now, starting with the first option here from the house of 𝗏𝗏. This is going to be Gin Tonic or GN Tonic. Now, I am a big sucker for boozy fragrances, minty, aromatic fragrances that I love to wear around this time of the year when it's really hot. And Gin Tonic is one of those fragrances that's elegant, sophisticated. It's got this gorgeous gin and tonic boozy note up top. It's got some green nuances like oak moss. The ginger here adds the spiciness to the fragrance. It is just a great scent for the summertime. You can actually wear this all year round. The fragrance is actually very versatile, which is something that I would probably wear most of my weekly rotations throughout the year, but I think this will shine the most around this time of the year, late spring, summer into early fall. It is an absolute stunning fragrance. If you do enjoy the boozy gin and tonic vibe in your scents, green, spicy a little bit, aromatic, this is a monster of a scent, and it's long lasting as well. From the house of 𝗏𝗏, Gin Tonic. From the house of Roja Parfums, now this is one that's getting a lot of limelight here on YouTube, on Instagram, on social media, as a whole. And this is one from the house of Roja Parfums called Elysium Intense. To be honest with you, I did love the fragrance. I think it's actually amazing in smell. They added a note of rhubarb here, which gave this creamy kind of nuance. It is very spicy but citrus at the same time. Love the woods here. We got vetiver in the base, which is one of my favorite notes, as you know. This is a very nice, attractive scent. It is one of those very compelling, inviting type of fragrances that are gonna make you smell incredible. It's gonna give you that edge. Definitely a showstopper of a fragrance. When you compare this side to side with the original Elysium is going to be fruitier, and this one here is going to be woodier and a little bit spicier as well. They are different scents. To be honest with you, I didn't get the intense vibe here. I got more of a freshy, frosty vibe, just like the bottle is frosty. This is more of a fresh, bubbly, sparkly, effervescent, fresh kind of a summer scent. So I would have actually named this Elysium Eau Fraiche and would leave the intense or 𝗥𝗍𝗄 or darker version of the scent for the future, because I think it's lacking power and darkness to the scent to become an intense version of the original Elysium. To my nose and to my experience with this fragrance and my actual take on it, is actually more of a fresher scent on the original. Although very nice in smell. If you do spray your clothes and you do spray heavily, this is going to last all day and it's going to give you tremendous attention. If you like the original but you wanted something a little spicier, a little bit woodier, definitely check this one out. Definitely woodier than the original, but it stays a little closer. It doesn't really push as much as I would anticipate with an intense name. You have cedar wood, you have vetiver, which I love, violet leaf, amongst other notes, including leather. It is a great scent, guys. If you're looking to purchase this, I would recommend you guys trying it first before you bought it, because I want to make sure you love it. Of course, you should make sure you love it. But I think if you compare the two, they are very different in a sense that, a lot of times when you look at an intense version or an extreme version of a fragrance, you get a lot of nuances of the original. Not so much here. Aside from that fruitiness, it does go into a different direction. I even get more of like a green Irish tweed, cool water kind of a vibe here as the fragrance dries down. It is a great scent though. It definitely is a great scent, and I think that it stands on its own for being its own thing. And it could have been released as its own completely different thing, because aside from the fruitiness, it is a completely different scent from the original. You might like this one more, you might like it less. Again, try it on skin. Speaking of you might like it more, you might like it less, here's one that is going to be very similar to a couple juggernaut summer fragrances out there that you might have heard. We're talking 𝗏𝗏 from the house of 𝗏𝗏𝗏, the private blend. We're talking Suspiro's Vibrato, which a lot of people love, including myself. This is from the house of Spirits of Kings, and it's going to be called 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 citrus type of a fragrance that is very, very similar to the fragrance I talked about. However, this is going to be a little sweeter and perhaps a little bit more powerful than the two scents I talked about. Tiger from Bulgari, the private blend, of that particular line, and of course, Vibrato Sospiro, which is a little bit floral and a little bit woodier in the base. This one here has all the components from those two fragrances, the citrus, the woods, the florals, but it is a little bit in the sweeter side of things and a little bit spicy as well. I do like this one a lot. I've been wearing it a lot. Tons of compliments with this one, long lasting. And again, it's gonna be in the same vibe of two incredible fragrances. So you really can't go wrong. Pricing, it's gonna vary between the three, which one is more expensive, which one is less expensive. And then the performance itself, you need to try it on skin and see which one you like better. If you do enjoy the genre, this is a great alternative to those fragrances. You just gotta try them to figure out which one you like best. Get a decant, live with it, try them maybe side by side. And so far, I have to say 𝗿𝗏𝗏 is my favorite, with this one here being a close second. And 𝗏𝗏𝗏, because of the performance, is not as great on my skin at the third spot, but they all share these similarities that I love. The next fragrance I'm about to share with you is one that I didn't hear anything about it. It was released last year, kind of flew under the radar. The brand is Suspiro, of course. 𝗿𝗏𝗏 is one that everyone's talking about. Everyone's featuring the fragrances on their top list or what have you. But this one here is right up my alley. From when I looked at the notes, I fell in love with it from the notes itself, and I couldn't wait to get myself a bottle and share it with you. First, I want to make sure I loved it, and then share it with you, of course. This is 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗙 from the house of Suspiro. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolutely beast of a fragrance. Wow, it is just wow. For those dressier occasions, those evening situations with, more dressy attires, when you really want to make a great impression, dinners, this is one of those wow effects, showstopper, head-turning of fragrances. I get a little bit of an epic man vibe here from 𝗏𝗏𝗏, but a lot more tamer, a lot more easier to wear. We've got a great leather note here, spices, lavender, woods, white musk, amber. This is a monster, a beast of a fragrance, long lasting. It is just amazing. I was speechless. I was, breathless when I smelled this fragrance. I was like, man, this is an incredible scent. I wore this a few times for evening time. It lasts all night. If you spray your clothes, it's gonna be there the next day and then some. It's a powerful, it's a beast. I'm gonna call this the green beast, as they call the blue beast. 𝗏𝗏𝗏's interlude man. I'm gonna call this the green beast, guys. 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗙 from the house of Suspiro. You heard it here first. Try this fragrance. If you share similar taste to mine, you're gonna love this. Again, leather, vetiver, spices. It is a powerful, bold scent with amber and white musk at the base. It's sensual. It is a showstopper, period. To be quite honest with you, there's even like a smoky facet to this fragrance, incense-y kind of a facet that reminds me of a long discontinued fragrance from Tom Ford called Japan Noir. So it's like you took Japan Noir, you fused it with Epic Man from 𝗏𝗏𝗏, and this is what you have, ladies and gentlemen. This is a beast. Try it. Come back here and let me know how much you love this. Before I give you guys the last discovery I made from this past month that really blew my mind, I want to let you know that you can try all 5 fragrances on this list at perfume.com. Use my code, check out decants of any size you'd like. The travel atomizers are absolutely fantastic. You can actually live with the fragrance, wear it on skin. When you find out you love it, you can then purchase a bottle. Of course, you can mix and match with the MAXPACKs, and that way you'll save more. The more decants you get, the more you'll save. All details below. Enjoy. So use perfume.com to try the fragrances before you actually buy them. Make sure you love them. But if you guys are ready to pull the trigger and you actually heard about these fragrances before and you want to get them at the best possible price, Max Aroma has, I think, most of these fragrances, I think 4 out of 5. I think the last one I'm about to share with you, they don't have it in stock at this moment, but they'll have 4 out of 5, and you can try tons of great fragrances from Max Aroma. Details below, along with the codes, the links to make your life easier. So the last fragrance I'm about to share with you from the house of 𝗏𝗏𝗏, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is a French brand from Paris that I've shared with you on the channel here. Over the last decade, they have incredible fragrances. In this particular line, which is their private blend of sorts, it is my favorite line. I found a great tobacco fragrance. I found a vintage tobacco fragrance that was re-released and ported into this particular brand, which is Tobacco Blonde that I shared with you here on the channel. And this here just took me by surprise. When I saw this fragrance, I was like, I need to get it. This was released, I believe, in 2020, so almost 3 years that this was out, and I didn't hear about it. Another one, hidden gem alert. This is going to be Vetiver Infini, or Infinite Vetiver from the house of Caron Paris. Love this stuff. This sits right in the middle in a sense that a guy or a gal could wear this and smell incredible. Vetiver Infini reminds me if you took Creed's original Vetiver and you infused it with this blast infusion of gorgeous iris note. So it's gonna have this watery floral note, not lipsticky, but very inviting. It opens up with a melange of Vetiver, notes that are going to be earthy and a very tiny bit smoky, but nothing too crazy. But what comes through next, it's going to be what makes this a different fragrance than any other vetiver you've tried out there. The infusion of iris here is absolutely fantastic. It's this airy, almost watery iris floral, undertone that this fragrance has that is captivating, attractive, alluring. There's also gorgeous grapefruit here. For those of you that do like the sharp sweetness of grapefruit, you're gonna enjoy this one so much. I am in love with this fragrance. In fact, it's going to be my scent of the day today. I think it's very elegant, again, very attractive, very alluring. It's one of those scents that will get people coming back for more. That watery iris with that grapefruit and the melange of vetiver covering this fragrance makes this a stellar fragrance. One of my favorite discoveries of the year, released in 2020. Don't snooze on this one. I know it's hard to find. I think it's available right now at the time I'm filming this. I'm gonna have the link below where I got it for a discounted price. If you guys love vetiver, this is a must. So there you have it, the 5 top discoveries I made in May of 2023. Stay tuned for a lot more, of course. Let me know in the comments what has been your favorite discoveries of 2023 so far. Designer, niche, indie, doesn't matter. Love to read your comments, of course. Show support if you do enjoy the channel, and I'll see you right back here with another video very soon. Take care.